I am going to be reviewing something so crazy that I can only imagine it was created by a madman.
Oh my god.
Because today, I'll be reviewing cereal flavored waffles. This should be fun. Now we have 3 varieties here in particular. We have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Trix, and then there's Cocoa Puffs. Now growing up, I actually quite enjoyed all 3 of these cereals, especially Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That one was my favorite. However, lately anything that I've had that's been labeled Cinnamon Toast Crunch has been really disappointing, with the exception being the Cinnamon Toast Crunch ice cream. That was pretty delicious, but everything else has just been fine at best. So even though I am still looking forward to trying this one, my expectations are slightly lowered. Now Trix is a cereal that I feel like could be translated perfectly to a waffle. But then again, last year I tried Fruit Loops flavored waffles and those were also pretty disappointing. And while I do love me some Cocoa Puffs, these are essentially just chocolate flavored waffles. There's really nothing specifically Cocoa Puffs about it. Now even though that I haven't actually tried these waffles yet, I already have an issue with them. Or more so the packaging, because despite the fact that each individual cereal has their own mascot, for some reason, they just slapped the Pillsbury Doughboy on all 3 of these. Now I get it, these waffles are made by Pillsbury, so they probably want to put him somewhere on the packaging, but nobody associates the Pillsbury Doughboy with any of these cereals. I mean seriously, when I think of Cocoa Puffs, I think of Sonny the Cuckoo Bird, or when I think of Trix, I think of the Trix Rabbit, and when it comes to Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I think of Chef Wendell. And not those stupid crazy squares. Hashtag bring back Wendell. Alright, enough ranting, let's get on to the cereals. Now I'm gonna try these in the order that I think will be my least favorite to my favorite. That way I'll hopefully end on a high note. So I'm gonna start off with Cocoa Puffs.
A few moments later.
Alright, I just got done toasting the waffle itself. I will say, as I was toasting this, it gave off a very strong but very good chocolate scent throughout the entire apartment. Alright, Cocoa Puffs flavored waffles. Let's go. This is just fine. This tastes like you're eating a slightly crunchy chocolate cake, but the chocolate flavor in the cake is kind of bland. And there's definitely nothing in here that specifically reminds me of Cocoa Puffs. But let's try a bite with some maple syrup. Now I'm trying a brand of syrup that I've never had before, and I'm going with Maple Grove Farms because they have a sugar-free option, and being diabetic, I don't need my blood sugar to spike any more than it's already going to. Surprisingly, the maple syrup makes this waffle taste even more bland. Now don't get me wrong, the maple syrup is actually quite good, which is surprising for a sugar-free maple syrup. But unfortunately, the maple syrup completely overpowers the chocolate flavor of the waffle itself, so it tastes like you're eating a bland waffle with some decent maple syrup. Which, you know, a bland waffle with some really good maple syrup doesn't sound bad, but you're eating Cocoa Puffs waffles. You should be able to taste the chocolate. So yeah, unless you're just a die-hard fan of Cocoa Puffs, I would skip these. Next up, we have Cinnamon Toast Crunch Waffles with Cinnadust.
Later.
Alright, well, unfortunately, unlike with the Cocoa Puffs waffle, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch waffle did not emanate any fantastic cinnamon smell from the toaster. So that doesn't give me hope. Alright, Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavored waffles. Let's go. This is even more disappointing than the Cocoa Puffs waffle. At least with the Cocoa Puffs waffles, you could taste the chocolate flavor in there. It may have been bland chocolate, but you can still taste it. I can barely taste any cinnamon in these Cinnamon Toast Crunch waffles. That's ridiculous. Now what's worse is that on the packaging it says that this has Cinnadust, but I don't see any cinnamon dust on here at all. I mean, can you see it? Because I certainly can't. And there's no extra packet of just Cinnadust in here. Now, unfortunately, I kind of saw this coming, so I went ahead and bought the official Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinnadust seasoning. Now, I've never actually had this before, but I'm assuming that since this is just the Cinnadust seasoning itself, that it would have more of a cinnamon flavor than these waffles. Alright, let's sprinkle a little bit on the waffle. Alright, Cinnamon Toast Crunch waffle with extra Cinnadust seasoning. Let's go. Well, would you look at that? It actually tastes like cinnamon. Go figure. Alright, now let's add some syrup. You know what? This does taste a little bit better with syrup. Now granted, I also did add quite a bit of Cinnadust to this, so I'm sure that helped as well. But I would say overall, unless you're just a die-hard fan of the cereal, or you have extra Cinnadust on hand, I would also just skip these. Last but not least, we have Trix flavored waffles.
10 seconds later.
So out of all 3 waffles, not only does this have the strongest scent, but it smells exactly like Trix. So hopefully that translates well to the taste. Alright, Trix flavored waffles. Let's go. You know what? This one's actually pretty decent. I will say that the flavor is stronger than both the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and the Cocoa Puffs waffles, but still not as strong as I would like it to be. But let's see how it fares with maple syrup. Now, I will say that out of the 3 of these waffles, this does taste the best with syrup. I kind of prefer it without the syrup. So yeah, I would say that if you like waffles and you're a fan of Trix, definitely try these waffles. If I had to rank these waffles, then number 1 would obviously be Trix, with number 2 surprisingly being Cocoa Puffs, and then disappointingly number 3 would be Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Which means that outside of the cereal itself, this brand continues to disappoint me. Were you guys curious to try these for yourselves? Or if you've had them, let me know what you thought about them in the comments down below. And while you're down there, I will also have a link for all my social media, in case you guys want to follow me there for some reason. If you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a like, and subscribe as well because I have more content just like this coming soon. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.